Hey Canucks fans, welcome and thank you for waiting. I will explain why, but I appreciate you being here. I am Clay Emo. I'm at Canuck Clay on Twitter. I'm at Clayton Emo on Instagram. I'm the founder of the GLCPC, the Good Looking Canucks Positivity Club, and this is my Canucks take, all in one take. It's live. It's Clay's Canucks Commentary Live. Yes, the third C stands for commentary. Mira, I saw your questions. Yes, Clay's Canucks Commentary Live, my post-game live stream on a night where the Vancouver Canucks were defeated by the Winnipeg Jets 4-0. More importantly, Bo Horvat, we don't know how long he's going to be out with his injury. And this puts a big dent, I'd say, in our Canucks playoff chances. But let's get going right away. Remember, I'll go for the first 5 or 6 minutes, and then I'll turn it over to you for a question. So firstly, thanks to my sponsor of these post-game live streams, Monkey 9 Brewing in Richmond. I appreciate their trust in me, and you guys know that I'm doing a giveaway with them. It's open all the way until March 31st, so you still have a few days to get in it, but get entered into it. But check it out on my Instagram at Clayton Emo, a chance to win a $50 gift certificate to Monkey 9. So thanks to them. Thanks to all the moderators in advance for your help, and thanks to members. Firstly, the Hall of Fame members, Jens95, simalexander, Just Incredible, nucksfan number 29, and Lucas Gates. Appreciate your support as always. And I appreciate members of all levels you're listed in the channel, in the video description, except for Mira. Mira, thank you for your membership. I know we just met 2 nights ago. Mira from Russia, commenting on my videos, and now a member of this channel already as an all-star. Thank you, Mira. I will get you in future descriptions. I'll list your name going forward, but thank you to you and to members of all levels. If you want to become a member of the CCC Crew, Clay's Canucks Commentary, I'll say it once again, you can press the join button underneath any of my videos on the memberships tab on my YouTube channel. No matter where you're watching from, whether you're in my neighborhood of Steveston in Richmond, in the Lower Mainland, in the province, in the country, on the continent, or around the world like Mira. Okay, I'll stop name dropping you. I appreciate you. I know you could be watching anyone else. I know you could be doing anything else, but instead you are here right now. So subscribe if you'd like to. No, not if you like to. Subscribe so you know what's going on in this channel all the time. Like this video, and I hate saying this, and I say it a lot because I say it after a loss. Don't like the fact that we lost, but like the fact that we can be here talking about the Canucks loss in a safe and in an honest and open environment. And yes, I appreciate you guys as always, and I certainly do not take you for granted. Okay, so I will talk for the next 2 or 3 minutes. The reason why I was late is I had to return a couple messages regarding my post for tomorrow morning. And tomorrow morning at 8:45, so I'll remind you at the end of this too, but at 8:45 tomorrow morning, I'll be releasing my chat with Don Taylor of TSN 1040, most lately Sportsnet's Connected sports page, and now the Donnie and Dolly show on Czech TV starting on Easter Monday at the start of April. We chatted for 50 minutes today. It was awesome. He is so good. It was a really, really good chat. He had me giggling. He had me laughing, telling some great stories. So I hope that you indeed check it out. Whether you watch it live with me at 8:45 tomorrow morning, I'll be in the chat. You say, why? What? That's a weird time. Why 8:45? Why not 8:30 or why not 9? I'm doing it as late as possible without being too early. But then I have to bomb out the door and then go golfing with somebody. So I'll be decked out in my nice Canucks golf shirt tomorrow morning. Oh no, but you won't see me, so it doesn't matter. But I will be in the chat. So tomorrow morning, if you want to watch it, 8:45 live. Otherwise, you can watch it at any time on my channel. But if you do watch it at 8:45 in the morning, know that you can't fast forward. You can't fast forward at all because it's a YouTube premiere, so to speak. Okay, I'll just go for a minute here. Many Canucks looked really good tonight. I thought Demko was okay. I only really blame him for the first goal. And blame such a strong word. I didn't think he had a chance on the second one, nor the third one, and even the fourth one. His own teammates put him in bad spots. His teammates were not great tonight. I thought Hughes had a tough game. I thought Myers and Edler weren't good. I think our defense was pretty poor. I like McEwen's game. I thought he was noticeable. Höglander was a -3, but he was also noticeable in the offensive end. Besser was a -3, not so noticeable. I thought Virtanen was quite noticeable as well, but all these guys that were they were noticeable, but no no final result on the score sheet. Although we hit, I think, 3 or 4 posts and crossbars, which was a little frustrating. And the most frustrating thing, of course, is Horvat's injury. I didn't get to listen to the post game. I was getting set up, so I don't know if Coach Green said anything. And also frustrating was, you guys know I have Demko and Hellebuyck in my fantasy team. And last time I started Hellebuyck and Demko got the shutout. This time I started Demko and Hellebuyck got the shutout. So maybe I should just do the opposite of what I think is going to happen, and then that's going to happen. So that's enough for me. Let's get to your questions and comments, and we will go from there. So yes, with Horvat out, it will be all 4 of our opening night centers out of the lineup: Pettersson, Horvat, Sutter, and Gaudette. Okay, so let's go to your questions first. There's 52 of you in here, which is awesome. Thank you. Let's go for, let's see if we can get up to 20 or 25 likes. I always like to be at the kind of like at least the 50% mark. Fangirl, hey Clay, do you think Horvat will miss the rest of the season? I have no clue. I have no clue, Fangirl, what the extent of his injury is right now, but it did not look good. Hey Clay, who do you see playing as our 4 centers on Wednesday? If those guys are out, you go Miller, you can go Gaudette, so those 2 for sure. And then you can bring Michaelis back as well. Michaelis can play center. So maybe it's those 4. It's Miller, Gaudette, Michaelis, and Tyler Gravac. Now that doesn't give a lot of confidence, but maybe that's who you have to go with on Wednesday. And then thank God you have a week off to get some guys back. No, Sonny Pettersson will not play next game. They'll keep him out as I predicted Wednesday, and then it gives them another week to get ready. Clay Inferno, with the additions of VC and Boyd, who becomes expendable, assuming a healthy roster? Well, despite playing well, we already know that McEwen's out. I think Roussel could be, although he does kill penalties. I think so. Eriksson, Roussel, and McEwen, and I think even Boyd and VC play ahead of Harlech, to be honest with you. So those are some names that we could look at. Riley, my day is going well. I hope yours is going well as well, Riley. Liam, thank you for that. When Green was asked about Horvat and Sutter, he said no update. I appreciate you letting me know. By the way, check out this shirt. You guys, I don't think I've worn this for a stream yet. And I'm not saying that the Canucks played like, that it was a Mickey Mouse type game, but yeah, I just want to show you that. Okay, back to your questions. Amrit, will Edler waive? I doubt it. I don't think the Canucks are going to put pressure on him. It's kind of like a veterans respect thing. Not only did they negotiate that no move, but he's been with us. He's like almost a veteran's veteran, so to speak. Like, I think you give him the most respect that you can. So I don't know if they're going to ask him to waive, but maybe they will. And if he says no, then it's a short conversation, and that's cool. Noah, I'm great. Hope you're well as well. Thank you for always asking. I appreciate that. Rios, yeah, it could be anything. The worst case scenario would be, it got him just above the laces, right? So you always worry about an ankle, like a fractured ankle. That would be brutal. But we'll see. Canucks Dream, my second newest member now that Mira's a member. I keep name dropping Mira. I don't really have a question about this game. It's that bad. But I hope you're well. Okay, thanks, Canucks Dream. I am well. I hope you're well as well. Avash, rough loss. Yep. It feels like the team might be worse if he's out compared to PD because of his leadership. Love the positivity you bring. Thank you, Avash. Yeah, it's tough to be, I'm still positive. I know I've been saying that it's going to be tough for the Canucks to make the playoffs. This loss puts a huge dash. Horvat's injury, if serious, would be a huge dash. But I also know that there's more to life than this Canucks team, as much as I love them and spend a lot of time, energy, and money on them. Nux, I saw your tweet where you showed your fantasy goalies, and I was wondering why you can't put Hellebuyck and Fleury so Demko and Hellebuyck can play because Leonard was starting. Yeah, no, Nux, I can play Demko and Hellebuyck together, but then what ends up happening is then I'm burning 2 games, right? It's not unlimited number of games. In this particular, that's a great question. In this particular pool, we have a maximum number of games per position. So by playing both of them, I'm in essence, yes, sure, I'm hedging my bets, but then I'm also burning 2 games as opposed to 1, right? With 1, I just kind of got to guess who's gonna win. But obviously, I haven't been doing that well with that. But thanks, Nux, I appreciate that. Sebastian, have you seen the Besser Shrug? Yes, I have, Sebastian. I've looked for it and I have seen it. I know exactly what you're talking about. There's a video for. Okay, I will look for it again, Sebastian. Thank you. Yeah, the 3 time zone switch, Glenn, is tough. Do you think Hopi will play next? No, Sony. I think you still go back to Demko because it's not back to back. Fangirl, when is the earliest Boyd can play for the Canucks? Wednesday, March the 31st. He's got a quarantine because he's coming from out of province, as opposed to VC, who just drove from Ottawa to Toronto, or from Toronto to Ottawa, excuse me. Ottawa to Toronto? Yeah, no, Toronto to Ottawa. Thoughts on Gravac today? I thought he was okay. I didn't like the way he didn't tie up Lowry on that third Winnipeg Jets goal. I'm just looking at Gravac's stat line. -1 in 9.5 minutes. So he was just okay, but you can't expect more from him as a fourth line center. Can Travis Boyd play next game? Hey, coach, happy belated, or no, we greeted you on Saturday. Happy birthday, Rob. Belated once again. No, he can't play until a week from now. Will we have the worst center depth in the league next game at Bowden's play? Yeah, Avash, I think you could say that. Will these injuries finally convince management the season is lost? Sebastian, that's a great point. I think it will make them have second thoughts for sure. But again, we don't know for sure that they had grand desires of making the playoffs. There's still a lot that can happen before the trade deadline. Although with the quarantine this year, COVID, it makes it behooves you to plan earlier because of the circumstances this year. Great question. Highlight of tonight's game, your stream and the Don Taylor interview. Thank you, Edmund. Yes, I appreciate that. I appreciate your loyalty as always, Edmund. And yes, the Don Taylor interview will be great tomorrow. I cannot wait to release it. Avash, do you believe Hughes will ever become a good D-man for us if we get to contending phase with this core? It feels like he might have just been a one-year wonder. Avash, I don't think he's a one-year wonder, but I think we have to be realistic. He's never going to be like the best defenseman in the world, like a Yossi or a Hedman. He's going to get a lot of points for us, and he's going to be on the ice for a lot of goals. And maybe that's fine if that's what our expectation is. I think that's a great question, but that's a really important thing to remember is we got to manage our expectations with Hughes. Ocean, claim a left winger, Pearson gets hurt, claim a center, Bo gets hurt, JB better not pick up a goalie off waivers. Nicely done, Ocean. Matthew, you planning on wearing that shirt again for a game? I wouldn't. It's already bad luck. Well, Matthew, I'm not going to say jokes on you because you wouldn't have known. I actually did not wear this for the game. I put it on just for the stream. I was wearing a different shirt for the game. And I'm not even going to tell you what shirt I was wearing for the game, so then you can't say it's bad luck. Plus, I don't believe in that stuff anyways. And today's the first time in a while that I did not do intermission reflection. So for those of you that follow me on Twitter and those of you that care, you may or may not have noticed that I did not do quick 2-minute intermission reflections today, just for a change. Mira, explain wave for me. They trade them? No. Wave means you have to waive a player for the purpose of taking them off of your main roster. Whether you want to put them in your farm team, which is your minor league team. Now, this year's kind of weird, because when I say taxi squad, this is the first year that there's a taxi squad. Basically, picture this, Mira. You have your roster of 21 players, right? Usually 13 or 14 forwards, 7 or 8 defensemen, and 2 goalies. And then you have your next level, which is your taxi squad. Only for this year, you can have 4 to 6 other players, both skaters and goalies, that are there at beck and call, just in case of COVID. And then you have your minor league team, which is normal. So only the taxi squad is different this year because of COVID. To get a player from, quote, the main roster to either the taxi squad or your farm team, your minor league team, you have to put a player through waivers if they are, if they're not in their rookie year, basically. There's a couple of qualifications or things that considerations is the word I'm looking for. But in essence, any pro player. So Jimmy VC and Travis Boyd, they are both pros. They've been playing for 3 or 4 or 5, 6 years. Toronto had to waive them to get them to their taxi squad or their minor league. Now that means Toronto had other players that they want to use, but they had to make room on their roster, either because of money or because of space, or maybe both. But when you put a player on waivers, all other 30 other teams have a chance to claim them off waivers. And when you claim someone off waivers, like we did with VC last week and we did with Travis Boyd today, that means we get them, but we're now on the hook for their contract. But with these two guys, it's halfway through the season, so we're only paying 40% of their contracts that are cheap already. So that's why these are really good low-risk moves. They're on one-year contracts, so we can decide at the end of the season what we're going to do with them. The last thing about waiving, it goes in reverse order of the standings. So whoever's the worst in the league right now, let's say it's Detroit or Buffalo, I can't remember who it is. If they put a claim for Travis Boyd, they would actually get first dibs on Travis Boyd because they are lower in the standings than the Canucks. That means the 6 or 7 teams that are worse than the Canucks in the standings did not put a claim on Travis Boyd. So I hope that makes sense, Mira. Liam, why do you think Sutter was out? He played during morning skate. Rumors about that he was injured and being reserved for a trade. Yeah, the fact that there's no update, it's interesting. It could be an injury that he tweaked in morning practice this morning, or they're getting ready to move him. That's the interesting thing. I don't have any inside info for sure. Coach Rob, have you thought about getting CCC shirts or hats? A coffee mug would be neat. Yeah, Coach, I'm not really into the merch, despite me always drinking out of this lovely cup that my lovely wife Gail made. But I don't know. Maybe put it in the comments if you guys would actually buy CCC merch. Now, I only have 2 logos that I would use, and you guys have seen them. One of them is right up on your screen, the CCC logo, standing for Clay's Canucks Commentary. And the other one is my caricature that you can see under month-long members like Justin. You can see there, Justin Credible or Coach Rob. So really, those would be the only 2 things I would use. But would you guys actually buy merch if I had some? And if so, let me know. Let me know what you would buy, and I'll look into it. And I'm just cheating here. Amrit says your show is better than Rob Faye's. Amrit, that means a lot. You know, I can't obviously compete with Rob's name cachet. I can't compete with his production value. But I do think we do slightly different things. He not relies. He brings on 1 or 2 guests per game. Some guests are really good. Some are okay. Whereas for me, it's just me, but it's I'm getting to you guys within 5 minutes of me pressing record. So I appreciate that, Amrit. I like what I do. I like what Rob does. I always actually, I will not lie. I will listen to his podcast, or I'll watch his video, or at least most of it, the next day. And I like Rob a lot, and he's been very supportive of me as well, even though we're on at the same time. And he probably gets about, I don't know what his audience is, maybe 6 or 7 times more people than I do, which is totally cool. But Amrit, thank you for that. Now I'll go back to the order, but I like changing the order up when I get compliments like that. And I can already tell that I'm already 8 minutes behind in the comments, but I will keep going. Side question: are you sore as I am after that workout with Bo? I was Yes, Justin. We'll talk about it in our Zoom chat next weekend. But yeah, I was very sore this morning. I actually felt good yesterday because I made it through the workout, most of it, without dying. But this morning I was really sore, and then I went to the driving range earlier today because I'm, like I said off the top, I'm golfing tomorrow, so I'm really curious to see what I'm going to feel like 2 days after the workout. But yes, Justin, I'm with you, man, and I think you're in a lot better shape than I am. Chris, any more positives of the worst game I've seen the Canucks play in quite some time? No. As I said in my post-game recap, I thought Demko was okay, not great. I thought he was okay. I thought McEwen had some hustle, and we killed off the one penalty that Winnipeg got, the one power play. Do you think the Canucks' busy schedule at the start of the season put them at a disadvantage? Shout out, you can go both ways. It didn't help. Canucks didn't get a lot of practice time. They tried to bring a lot of new guys into the new system. But others were saying that they might think that it'll help the team in that other teams are going to get worn down at the end of the season. So we'll see. By the end of March, a lot of the North Division teams will catch up and be within equal or 1 or 2 games of the Canucks, and then we'll have a much better idea of the standings. Place your bets. If the Canucks were to play against the best ECHL team, who wins? I have to go with the ECHL. No, I'm going. I'm still going with the Canucks. Thoughts of McEwen today? I thought he was good. I would love to see him score or convert with Miller on that 2-on-1 coming out of the penalty box, but I thought McEwen was good in 9 minutes. Mira, Edler is good. He's been good for our team, but he's certainly lost a step, and almost every player that's got any semblance of speed can walk him, unfortunately. Avas, start Hollaback next game. So if we lose, you get the points. If we win, then at least you'll be happy with the Canucks. Yeah, that's the total, Avash, that's the total definition of hedging your bets, right? Starting Hellebuyck, and if Hellebuyck gets another shutout, the Canucks lose, but at least I get 5 points in my fantasy. If the Canucks win, then I don't care about fantasy. The Canucks win. That's truly hedging your bets. That's a good strategy. The opposite is when you go all in on the Canucks. You start, like tonight, you start Demko, and it's a double whammy because they lost and Demko lost. But if the Canucks win and Demko is shut out and I start him, then it's a double win, right? So it goes both ways. Live by the sword, die by the sword, if you know what I mean. So Tom, if you didn't watch that, you got to make sure that you don't skip any more games. Sebastian, no problem. Anything for you. Anything for my subscribers. Nolan, hey Nolan, keep up the good work. I've been watching some of your stuff. Sorry I didn't reply to your comment, but yes, good game. We got the win tonight, but a lot of posts could have went the other way. No, Winnipeg is a better team than Vancouver. And those of you that are on here know that Winnipeg is my second favorite team. I will cheer for them against anyone else except when they're playing Vancouver, of course. Nice to see you, Nolan. Coach Rob said to me that the game was going to be 4-0, and he was, oh, great. So Coach Rob got to stop predicting 4-0 losses. What was your favorite Trevor Linden goal? Oh, Fangirl, I have to think about that. I'm sure I could find something in the 1994 run for sure. 41 hours to drive. Reels, that's funny. But the Senators did beat the Flames, yes. Thoughts on Jets players trying to help Horvat to the bench. I saw your tweet. I really thought thanks, Nux. Yeah, for those of you that don't know what we're talking about, when Horvat got hurt, I saw all the Jets players standing at the bench, and I originally thought they were chirping him like, "Oh, get to the bench, you wimp, you faker, blah blah blah." And then I felt like a dummy because on the replay you see Adam Lowry, another Jets player, actually reach over the boards and help to push Bo to the bench. He was almost there, but at least that action, that gesture of helping push Bo with their sticks on his butt, I thought that was a very, very classy move, and it shows that the Winnipeg guys, at least those Winnipeg guys, are pretty classy. It shows the respect that they had for Bo Horvat. I thought that was really nice. Jed, if Bo's out, do you load up on one line? Yeah, really, you only have now Miller, Besser, and Hoglander or VC as your options, right? And when you talk about loading up, can you imagine with no Bo, we'll be missing 3 of our top 6 of Pettersson, Horvat, and Pearson. Then that just leaves Miller, Besser, and I'm missing someone. Yeah, Hoglander. Crazy. Thoughts on our team when they're fully healthy? You think it could be dangerous if we make the playoffs? Yeah, Rios, if we're fully healthy, I think we can compete. I don't say that we're going to dominate the playoffs, but unfortunately, we probably won't get there. But yeah, when we're healthy, we're a good team. I wouldn't say we're the best team, but we're a good team. Jed, yeah, long time no see. Glad you like the setup. I appreciate that. I moved to it about 2 weeks ago. Coach Rob, VC did not have to quarantine because he was in the same province and he drove his own car versus Boyd traveling from out of province and flying. Gervy, do we still have a chance to make the playoffs? Yes, but our chances took a big dash tonight for sure. Best Canuck today I thought it was Hamonic. No, yeah, Hamonic was okay. Like I said, I like McEwen. Hamonic, unfortunately, on the second goal, his shot got blocked by his own player, Jace Harlock, and then the puck hit his stick and went over Demko's. That wasn't his fault. Nick, highlight was the final buzzer. VC looks fairly decent. Yeah, I think he's good. He got decent speed. What is your favorite Canucks jersey of all time? The one I do like the Flying Skate black. It wasn't my favorite until I bought one last year as part of the 50th season. I love it. The black Flying Skate. So some talking about the quarantine. That's good. I'm glad you guys help each other out. That's good. Yeah, I'm not the only one who has to answer questions, which is great. Oilers Habs game was postponed. Do you originally think maybe this game could have been in jeopardy considering we played the Habs 2 days ago? Yeah, Vash, but these players are getting tested every day, so I think it happened after. It seems like it happened after the game, but we will see. Luke Hughes is coming, Nick. Yeah, but he's hurt. Do the Canucks want Marincin now? Hey, John, nice to see you. Do the Canucks want Marincin now? Yeah, is he also one of the bubble players for Toronto? I don't know how many. What? Just give us your whole bottom 6, and then you and Steve Dango come over too. I'd be happy. Does Eriksson play center next game? No, I don't think he will. We could use a center. Hughes can only thrive on a puck possession team. The Canucks aren't one. What do you think, Clay? Sheldon, yeah, it's chicken and egg, right? Hughes would thrive on a puck possession team, but he helps any club with their puck possession. So I think it could go both ways, but I think that's a fair comment. Somebody's cutting onions. What does that mean? Was I crying? What does that mean? Hey, Clay, I heard a rumor Buffalo would take 4 players, first rounders in trade for Eichel, Sutter, Virtanen, Living first round pick. Would you make the trade to bring him in? I don't think 4 players, first rounders. Chris, I'm not sure you're saying those players plus 4 first rounders, or no, the 4 players. So Sutter, Virtanen, Ulevi in the first. I'm not sure if that's still going to do for Eichel. I don't think that does it. I think they'd want a first rounder and a high prospect. And I don't know if they, at least, and I don't know if they call Ulevi a high prospect. I would bring him in, but I don't think Buffalo makes that trade. Vancouver Maple Leafs. And we won't waive Edler because Edler's got a no trade clause, no movement clause, and that would be the ultimate slap in the face, admittedly. Feel bad for Demko. Need to call up. Yeah, don't forget, there's Mark Michaelis too. Gerfate. Hey, nice to see you. Hopefully I said your name right. Hey, Clay, do you think tonight's game was a must-win? No, but it's as pretty close to one as you can have. They absolutely need to win Wednesday night now, though, for sure. Jeff's here. He's from Toronto, so he'd know as well. So we got Jeff from Toronto, John from Toronto. Thank you, Amrit, again for that nice compliment. Shannon would buy CCC merch. That's cool. Sutter out of the lineup was not trade related. Thank you. So, Coach, you'd buy a mug and a hat. Okay. Miro would buy a mug. I would buy merch. Okay, I got to start looking into this. Thank you. To who the heck is Rob? Look him up. He's good. He was a TSN 1040 personality, voice of the Vancouver Canadians for many, many years. Inferno. I'd wear a shirt with Clay Big's thumbs up logo, but I wouldn't pay for it. Hey man, that's very respectful. That's honest. Justin, I'd buy a shirt, Canucks colors with the caricature on front and maybe CC patches as the shoulders are back. I like that, Justin. By the way, you guys know that if it's my beautiful caricature beside you, that means you've been a member for a month or more. And if you have the CCC, that means you've been a member for less than a month. Noah, random question, but do you enter those Canucks contests much that Dan Murphy advertised? No, I don't enter those contests. I just don't get around. They're fine, but I don't get around to them. Marinchin, Engvall on the third, and give us Sutter's expiring deal at 50% off, and we'll call it even. Oh, so we still we're on the hook for $2 million still, but Sutter gives you some depth. Okay, I'll call Jim tomorrow morning, John. I'll get back to you. Make a shirt that says the GLCPC. Very good. Excited to listen to the new interview. Yeah, Nick, it's a good one. You're still in your Horvat jersey, Mira. Nothing wrong with that. That's awesome. Mira, how did you become a Canucks fan, by the way? That's pretty cool. You take that cup. Okay, Matthew, thank you. Mike, it's my birthday, and Saturday the Canucks didn't give me the present I want. Well, Mike, I'm sorry. I don't have the piano here like I did on Saturday night for the concert, or Friday night, but happy birthday to you, Mike. Thanks for being here on your birthday. Avash, I don't want Bo Horvat doing live workouts anymore. Yeah. Hopefully it wasn't because of that. Gurf was also sore. Yeah, from Horvat's workout. No, Liam, don't apologize. Questions are good. Do you think the Boyd and VC pickups indicate future roster moves with the ability to move other guys without filling their spots? Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. I think it's a short term. Maybe give the Canucks some more flexibility at the trade deadline. And it's certainly longer term, low risk, right? If any of these guys work out, it would be great. John, hot take, if you're still in here, let me know, give us your quick thoughts on VC and Boyd. What's good about them and what's bad about them, John? If you're still in the chat, let us know, because you've been watching them all season. No update on Bo, Jay, not yet. Mira, Horvat only streamed a workout yesterday as part of a Rogers. It was part of a Rogers promotion. Look up Bo Horvat Workout Rogers, and they're available for free online. Can Canucks bounce back from this game on Wednesday? They certainly can, Marjorie, but it's going to be hard. Marjorie, with no centers. How was golfing today? I went to the golfing range with my dad just last week. Thanks, Noah. Today was just the range. I went with my eldest son, Sean, but tomorrow we're playing Fraserview in Vancouver. So I'm playing with 3 guys who are much better golfers than I am and who all play on our roller hockey team, and they're much better roller hockey players. So you might say, Clay, if they're better golfers and they're better hockey players, and no, I don't bet, so don't worry, I'm not going to lose a lot of money to them tomorrow. You might be saying, Clay, what sports are you good at? Volleyball is my best sport. It's the one I excel the most in, and excel is a very relative term. And bowling is probably my second favorite sport. I'm not that good, but I do bowl a lot now. I enjoy tennis. I enjoy hockey, roller hockey. I enjoy golf, but I'd say I love basketball as well. I'm a little bit crazy when I play basketball. I can't go left, but I think volleyball is my favorite sport, my best sport. Aiden, hey Clay, how's it going? Love the grinding success on the channel. Thank you, Aiden. Nice to see you. Also, do you play NHL? No, I only play NHL a couple times a year for the streams that I do, and I think it shows because I get smoked by my kids. Who do you think will come in for Horvat if he can't play next game? It will likely be Mark Michaelis. What will the lineup be? I think you're looking at the same players, except maybe Michaelis in for Horvat. Jay, yes, I saw your question. I think I answered it, but I'm about 10 minutes behind in the chat. Aiden says I should make merch. That's cool. Yeah, Linden goals in 94. Yep. Jets were sportsmanlike. I thought the Canucks had the best 10 minutes of play in the beginning of the first. They looked hungry and quick. What happened? I think their lack of skill. Like when you compare who we had on the ice compared to Winnipeg, that was quite a hurdle to overcome. The Flames would have chirped and pushed them backwards. Yeah, it's funny, Jogpal. I think in general we played poorly against the Jets, but we ended up pulling out 2 wins so far. But the Jets are a much better team than we. If and when the Canucks host All-Star Weekend, would you attend? Yes, Fangirl, I would. Last one I went to was the one in San Jose in January 2019. It was awesome. When does Boyd make his debut? At next week, the 31st. No, Jay, no update on Horvat according to Travis Green. Do you live stream in the off season? LA Women Hoops, yes. In the off season, I was doing 1 live stream a week, just on Sunday night or Monday night, depending. It was Sunday nights usually, and then I joined a bowling league, so I moved it to Monday nights. But yes, when the Canucks aren't playing, I'll just do 1 live stream a week, or maybe I'll do more, depending on demand. Maybe I'll do more concerts. Maybe I'll do some other things. We'll see. Favorite Canucks captain? Well, Luongo is my favorite player of all time, and he was a captain, so I'll say that. Although his captaincy was not a good idea in hindsight. Jed, top 10 Canucks of your lifetime. Well, of my lifetime, I'm 46. The team's 50, so I can choose anyone. Obviously, I slant to the guys I've seen recently and seen live, but in no particular order, I'd say Linden, Bure, Naslin, Tanti, Sundstrom, Patrick Sundstrom, Matthias Olin, the Sedins, Horvat, Petey, and Hughes. Okay, that was 11. And Besser, okay, 12. Who might come from the taxi squad? Mark Michaelis. Do you remember Garrett as a goalie? I do. Horvat, Mr. Pucker took a shot off his ankle or foot, and unfortunately it was an Alex Edler shot, so it was in front of the Winnipeg net. Aiden, am I mad at John for the rant he did about the Canucks? No, John was right on. I don't know if there's anything going on as a fit when the players in the 6-game losing streak. I just think they just weren't playing well. Do you think Edler will resign for less or retire? I don't want to see him join another team. I believe Edler loves this city, and I think if they can't come to an agreement, I think he will retire as a Canuck. Do you think someone will offer sheet Petey or Demko? Nope, Glenn. It's so rare, and no, I don't think that's going to happen, especially in a year where the finances are going to be so uncertain for the next few years. Do you think Lind will get called up soon? Ava, she's hurt, unfortunately, right now. So, no, I don't think so. I think they're going to save till next year. Timmy, you're not the only one who thinks that the Horvat injury, as sucky as it is, may be a blessing in disguise and give management pause. Yep, that's a fair point. Noah would buy CCC hoodie and bobblehead. Okay. Riley Clay, do you have a favorite fruit? I like mandarin oranges. Who do you think Seattle will take in the expansion draft, not named Holtby? Yeah, Jed, I've talked about this a lot before. I think one of the 4 young guys, either Lind, Virtanen, Gaudette, or Zach McEwen, because you simply can't protect all 4 of them, because you already got to protect Hughes, Besser, forwards Horvat, Besser, Pettersson, Miller, and so that's 4 already, and Tyler Mott makes 5. So only 2 more spots between Virtanen, Virtanen, McEwen, Lind, and Gaudette. I think one of those guys will go. That's my guess. Jay, I think you're new to the stream, so I can see you, and I know you've left these comments while you've been waiting for me to answer your question, but I do go in order, and I'm usually a few minutes behind because of how many questions there are. Aiden, you've memorized my intro? Yeah. You know, it's funny. Oh, you know, that's why I have a question for you guys at the end. So you guys know I'm always like this. I say something in the middle of the stream, and then when I get to the end of the stream, when I really value your input, as you guys know, I always forget. So remind me that I'm going to ask about intros at the end of the stream. Thank you. When I ask you if I forget what was I supposed to talk about, just say intros and I'll remember. But thank you, Aiden. What's going on, buddy? Thank you, Arsenal. Nice to see you. By the way, you're smoking us in the fantasy pool, our fantasy pool. Do you think Benning will finally sell, or do you think he'll be stubborn to sell? If Horvat's out long term, I think he should consider selling. Ovechkin kid school. Wow. Ovi's a monster in real life. I can imagine. That's pretty cool. Mira. Who do you see winning the Dubois-Laine trade? I think we got to wait a little bit, depending to see if if each guy stays in their respective cities. But I think it's pretty even right now. Dubois was very not noticeable tonight, though, so I don't know what his stats have been like. I know Laine's been all over the place, some really good games, bad games. So maybe they're both looking for their consistency right now. Great question, Sean. Road to 10K. Yeah, it might take me about 3 or 4 years, but thank you. Clay, do you think they would make a push for bringing Petey back in the lineup on Wednesday? No. You don't risk a long-term injury to your franchise player for the sake of one game. No, without a shadow of a doubt, he won't play on Wednesday. You're welcome, Mike. Place your bets. No, Inferno, I think that's a repeat question. No, Canucks will beat an ECHL team. Roussel passed when the Canucks had a 2-minute shift, and he made an awful pass that went all the way back to our end. Thought that could be a momentum shift. Yeah, Roussel doesn't do anything for me, Arsenal. Although he did one nice drop pass to McEwen. CCC concerts. Longhouse captaincy was great in hindsight. Yeah, sure. Missed the game. Just wanted to say hi. Thank you, Dogwood, for saying hi. And you did not miss anything except for Horvat getting hurt, which sucks. Patrick Sundstrom, indeed. What's going to happen with Edler in the offseason? I think he's going to retire. I don't think the Canucks will bring him back. And if they do, they're asking him to take a big pay cut for sure. For sure. Inferno, those are some good players. I didn't know that Miller and Demko said that this happens. No, you usually don't lose all 4 of your centers. Tony Tanti, underrated, indeed. Edler hurt the team. Canucks should definitely sign Edler as a third liner. Dogwood, should we trade a big contract to Toronto so he can take more of their waivers? We'll see. More of their waves. What would be the worst thing Jim Benning could do this season still? How likely do you think that would be? Sebastian, if you're asking realistically, I think he somehow trades a young guy or a pick for a middle six forward. But I don't think he's going to do that, given that they're trying to get guys off of waivers for free. You're not giving up any assets. So I have a feeling that he's learned his lesson. I really do. David Booth, yeah. Thoughts on Braun Strowman? Underused? For those who are wondering, he's not a Canucks player. He's a wrestler. Why didn't Canucks give a chance to Reed Boucher, an amazing NHL? You know, Boucher's got a great shot, but that's it. Not the best skater, not good on defense. Mandarin oranges, Caucasian oranges, any oranges are fine with me. When and how often will those terrific piano concerts will be? Thank you, Noah. That was only because I had a digital piano. I have to take it to work on Wednesday when I go back to work. Golfing tomorrow, going back to work on Wednesday. But I think, if I was to do another concert, I would actually do it on my real piano that I obviously can't move in here. So for that stream, I may have to move that stream maybe to the living room. But yeah, I might do that again. It was a lot of fun. But thank you. Yeah, I got some really good feedback on it. Do you think Mott will be promoted center for the absence of Horvat? No, Tayyab, Mott's not a center. Avash, do you think if Bo's injury is serious, we should keep PD out to ensure he doesn't re-aggravate? Avash, I don't think it's perfectly related. I think they'll bring PD back when he is healthy. 240 consecutive games for us to play. Very dirty. He has. Remember, he got hurt I think someone mentioned he hurt a few years ago, that high ankle sprain. Sedin's come back. Al, it's funny. We were talking about it at home tonight too. Who's Cramarosa? That's real. Yes, he was. He was a waiver pickup. Yeah, the Pearson injury complicates the things, Noah, because team might not want him, or we're not going to get a lot for him. Roslovic also traded to Columbus. Yes. When do you think Pettersson returns to the lineup? March 31st, the same day that Boyd plays. That's my guess. Mira is not confident about Bo returning. It'd be brutal. Yeah, Jim Benning actually hasn't been around. He left the concert because he said it was boring. And then someone said he did leave one or two comments last stream, but I can't remember. I don't remember seeing it. What year was Nazen our captain? Oh, that was a good 10, 15 years ago, before Henrik. How does Seattle do next season? Not as good as Vegas did. I think other teams have learned not to give them all their good players. Coach Rob, just an idea. You could pre-record your intro like Rob Fay does. Yeah, the interesting thing though, Coach, is I'm not using a software. Well, I guess I am. I just haven't learned how to do it. I want to do everything live and nothing pre-recorded. Kluchi or Potvin? I can't remember Potvin here. Was Potvin here? Then I'd say Kluchi. I can't remember Potvin being here. Are the waiver claims a very unique way of helping to increase the Leafs need to trade for depth, thereby increasing the Canucks assets trade value? Yeah, there's many reasons why the Leafs are doing it. Maybe they're trying to free up every little bit of money as well for a move for them. I've heard that from some commentators that maybe they want a top six forward. So by moving out 100, 900 grand here, 700 grand there, they can make a run for another player. We'll see. Out of all the Canucks this year, who will you be most sad to see go? If we're talking about players that might leave as UFAs, I think both Ben and Hamonic have done well. Edler, I like him, but I think he should retire. And Sutter and Pearson, they're fine. I don't have anything against them, but I think we can fill those spots. Is Boyd a center? Yes, he can play center. Was the best move made by Canucks GM in franchise history? The trade, Marcus Naslin, getting him from Pittsburgh for Alex Stoyanov. That was excellent. What free agent should the Canucks go after? T-Dot, I'd have to look at the free agent list. I'm not very familiar with them, but I do want to say thank you, T-Dot. I know that you love the Bruno Mars song that I play, Leave the Door Open. I've seen your comments. Thanks for that. What goalies not allowed to be captains? Why are goalies not allowed to be captains? No, they are allowed to be captains, but it doesn't make sense. It's just an added pressure. You don't want the goalie to have to be the one to skate to the referee to talk to him. So it doesn't make sense. The goalies can be leaders anyways, but they don't have to wear the C. 9 fish tanks in maintenance. Well, thank you. You're a multitasker, Mira. We traded Kevin Weeks for Potvin. I don't remember that. Do you notice Myers with the A? I only noticed because I saw it on Twitter. Calgary lost and Montreal didn't get points because they didn't play. Yeah. Kluche was traded for a coin. I remember to replace Potvin. Predict the lines on Wednesday. You go Miller with between Besser and Hoglander. Oh, then it's ugly after that. You go Gaudette with VC and Virtanen. And then you go Michaelis between... Oh, this is so bad. Michaelis between Harluck and Mott. And then Gravac between McEwen and Roussel again. That's what I would do. Bailey still hurt? Yes. Landeskog, he'll cost too much. Roussel skates like he's stuck in maple syrup. Zach Hyman is free agent. Does Podkolzin play for us this season? No, he'll play next season. Wow, I can't remember that Potvin played here. Wow. What was the real reason to try out Gravac today, Clay? Also, we needed a center. Sutter was hurt. And Gravac's next man up. I guess they want to try him against Michaelis. Maybe they weren't impressed with Michaelis. All right, I have caught up. Okay, so now for the last 3 minutes, and then I'll ask you guys one question. 3 minutes. Non-Canucks, non-hockey related questions. I will answer anything within reason, but 3 minutes. Non-Canucks, non-hockey related questions now that I've caught up. So this is my regular Ask Me Anything, but I will not answer anything about the Canucks or about how many cousins do your kids have? How many cousins do your kids have? On my side, not a lot. Just, oh no. On my side, true cousins, like my siblings' kids, not my cousins' kids. True cousins on my side, my brother has 5 kids, and on Gail's side, her siblings together have 7 kids. So 7 on Gail's side, 5 on my side, so 12. Do you like Cactus Club? I do. I liked the calamari long time ago, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I would eat there. I haven't gone recently. Second favorite food after sushi? Let's go with pasta. Do you think the DX Chop should be a celebration in the NHL? No, although it is pretty funny. Favorite rapper? I like Chance. And I like old school rappers like Rob Bass and DJ Easy Rock, Will Smith. I like kind of old school. I don't listen to a lot of modern rappers, to be honest with you, Amrit. Have you seen Justice League or Falcon and Winter? No, I haven't. I'm not big on those type of movies, but I'll probably end up watching them eventually. Tuna or salmon? Salmon every day. Do you like Peking duck? Yes, I do. I do. That's one of the Chinese dishes that I do enjoy. Is there a place to go? Is there a go-to place you'd recommend? Oh, for Peking duck? No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't be the one you want to go to for Chinese restaurant recommendations. What do you have for breakfast if you have to work that day? Don't eat breakfast, Rob. I go straight to lunch. Avash, if you said get back to me on this week, but that was the biggest prank you pulled off. I think you said get back to me. The biggest prank I pulled off. That's true, Avash. I'm going to have to ask you to get back to me again. And I promise I will think of one. Sorry. Yes, these questions always go into food. Do you like homemade smoothies? Not really. I'm not a big smoothie person. Favorite concert? Either Boyz II Men or Michael Jackson, for sure. Go-to Korean barbecue dish? I like spicy Korean sashimi, salmon sashimi, and I like just any of the Korean barbecue, the meat, for sure. Favorite TV show? Criminal Minds, when it was on, now Blacklist and For Life. Mitsubishi or Subaru? Oh, I don't own either, so I'm going to say either one. Batman, let's go Spider-Man. Would you do the DX Chop if the Canucks win the Cup against the Bruins? Riley, I'll be honest, I've probably admittedly done the DX Chop even in regular season games. I just don't stream it for obvious reasons. Favorite hymn or Bible verse? Bible verse, Philippians 4:13, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Favorite hymn, I like modern worship. Matt Maher is a Catholic Christian artist who I'm friends with and who's doing very well. As a bowler, were you a fan of Pete Weber? I didn't mind him. No, not really. Do Travis Green get fired? No. Do you ever go to dim sum in Richmond? Aiden, very rarely. I did it for my wife's birthday because I'm not a big Chinese fan. Because it's tough with Chinese food. You never know what you're going to get. You can dim sum or you could lose some. Thank you very much. What was the last show you're binging or watching at the moment? I've not seen Cobra Kai, and I'm started Last Chance U for basketball on Netflix. 7 Peking Ducks as pets. Clay, isn't it bad to skip breakfast? It depends. Some would say it's the biggest, most important meal of the day. But I've also done some intermittent fasting where I only eat between 12 and 8, and it's been good for me, actually. Udon or ramen? Udon, every single time. What instruments do you play? The piano is my best instrument. I can play the drums. I can play the guitar. And I used to play the saxophone. But I'd say definitely piano is my best instrument for sure. Matthews or McDavid? I like McDavid. What do you think of Coquitlam? I think of Archbishop Carney High School when I think of Port Coquitlam because done some work with them there. Spoken like a true Honda man. Yes, very good. Mira, did I say that before or do you just know? Yeah, my two cars are a Civic and an Odyssey, so I am Honda for sure. Hyman or Hall? Is that Taylor Hall? I go Taylor Hall. Have you experienced anything paranormal? No, I haven't, but I'm a very spiritual person, as you know. But no, nothing I'd say paranormal. Well, it depends. A lot of spiritual things have happened to me. Like I've been slain in the spirit, meaning I've fallen over when I've been prayed over before. But I don't know if that counts as paranormal. When's the last time you went to Monkey Nine Brewing, Avash? 2 weekends ago, or last weekend. As a Catholic, what is your stance on homosexuality? Well, Sebastian, that's a good question. I don't want to shy away from it, but I don't want to get into it too much, especially as I was planning to wrap up. I will say this. I have some friends who are gay, guys and girls. I love them as brothers and sisters, but I do respect the church's teaching on homosexuality. It's not always the easiest one to follow, especially when you're trying to walk and accompany people that have same-sex attraction. But I don't think it changes who I am. I still love them just the same, while I acknowledge in working for the church that I should uphold the church's teachings. So I hope that Sebastian was a satisfactory answer. Does Ovi catch Gretzky? It'd be tight. It'll be tough. Pentatonics are home free. Oh, I like them both. I'll go Pentatonics. Who do you think you are? I am. Yes. Do your kids own a Nintendo Switch? No Nintendo Switch here. Longest road trip been on? We've driven to California many times. Are you going to release a new Canucks song? Probably not unless they make the playoffs, admittedly. And it's tough to get together with Marie right now. Do you like Subway? Yeah, I'll eat it. I'm a mechanic. I remember you like Honda. Very good, Mira. Favorite dish at White Spot? Monty Mushroom or the Hearty Brunch? Does Vancouver have a good subway system? No subway. It's called the SkyTrain. It's above the ground rapid transit. NWO or DX? DX. Big Bull. Just put you on the spot. I won't probe it. No, that's fine. Sebastian, I'm happy to answer as best I can. Weber or Walter Ray? Let's go Weber. Have you ever missed a flight before? Not because of my fault. I've had canceled flights on me. Keep up the amazing work. Thank you. I'm openly... Mira, it helps with your brave answer there, if it helps. Mira, I'm openly bi and still very much enjoy my Orthodox culture and Mass. Take my girls to church. Mira, thank you for that. I thank you for sharing that and for your honesty. Last ones. Favorite city, town in Canada other than I like Kelowna. And I like Toronto, actually. Vancouver, Edmonton, Vancouver. Sounds delicious. What's Ryan Kessler up to? I don't know. Collecting money. Thanks for a great stream. Undertaker, Jeff Hardy as captain. Undertaker, favorite place to travel in Canada. It's funny. I like Kelowna in BC, and I like go to Winnipeg, not because of their awesome weather or anything, but because of the people there and my experience there. And I like Montreal as well. Welcome, Kyle. Okay, that's good. That's enough. I've not done drugs. My favorite color is black. And what's the longest flight you've ever taken? Nonstop to London, England. Okay. Wow, we're at 54 minutes. Last thing then, intros. Okay, so remember, I have this theory, not this theory, but I like to ask 2 questions at the end. No, start again. That was horrible. At the very end, when I'm doing my sign off, actually, no, I'll ask this as part of my sign off, because sometimes I'll ask you to say one or two, put it in there, and then I'll wait for your answers. But then I started introducing this thing last stream where when I'm doing my wrap up, and I'm saying all my goodbyes and stuff, that you can type in comments and I will still read them once I say booyah and end the stream. So let's do this. As I start my wrap up, I'll ask this question. Hall of Fame members. So this is about the members, actually. Yes, it's about the intro. Thank you. And thank you, Aiden, for memorizing it. I want you to be completely honest, okay? And I recognize you guys all come from different places. You guys know that at the start of my regular vlogs, so not this one and not my post-game recaps, but my regular daily vlogs, I always introduce the topic. I say I'm Clay Emo, Canuck Clay on Twitter, Clayton Emo on Instagram, founder of the GLCPC, Good Looking Canucks Postgame Club. This is my Canucks take all in one take. It's Clay's Canucks commentary for whatever, Tuesday, March the 23rd. This is where you get Canucks insight that's positive and timely. Shout out to my Hall of Fame members. And then thank you to all members. If you want to join my member, my channel's a member. And I always get that all done within 50 seconds. Okay, so my question to you is this. And I recognize that, Justin, I think you're the only Hall of Fame member in here tonight. But this is my question is, for those of you that, please answer this only if you watch my daily stuff. Because if you answer this and you don't watch my stuff, then this actually doesn't have relevance to you. Because I do want to hear from the people that watch my daily vlogs. Be honest. Would you prefer if I did all those subscribe if you'd like this video? No, actually I do that at the end. Would you prefer if I did my member shout outs and my social media tags at the end of the video? But then that means people got to make it to the very end of the video. Or is it fine where it is at the start of the video? Remember, when I do it at the start of the video, it takes 50 seconds. And usually by about the 50-second mark, I'm already talking. And then I usually do my, some programming announcements. I talk about my live stream or my Zoom chat. So sometimes it could take, 50 seconds for the intro, another 45 seconds to talk about other stuff, my life. So sometimes I admit I'm not getting into the topic until 1 to 2 minutes into. So I kind of just showed what the problem is here. I blab a lot, but that's because I like to talk and I think I know a lot. So my question to you is, are you okay with the way my intros are right now in my daily vlogs, i.e. it takes me 1 or 2 minutes to get into what I'm going to talk about? Or should I start with the topic right away and then save all of that stuff, including member shoutouts, to the very end? So I'm not going to bias myself. You guys can be typing whatever you want. You can say start, you can say end, you can say whatever you want. But please only answer if you do indeed watch my vlogs, because you guys know that I really, really value your input and it helps me make my channel better. Okay, speaking of better, let's hope that the Canucks are better on Wednesday night when they play their final game before their league mandated 1 week break. So they at Winnipeg one more time. Hopefully we get a better effort. Hopefully we get at least one goal that we can talk about. And hopefully we're talking about a win. So tomorrow morning, 8:45 Pacific, my interview with Don Taylor, going live, meaning you can't skip it, you can't skip ahead, but I'll be in the chat room, not like this, live, but I'll be typing in the chat room for anyone who wants to get up and watch that with me at 8:45 Pacific tomorrow. It's 50 minutes long. You don't have to stay for the whole thing, but it is awesome. And then I'll be in my golf duds because I'm going to go golfing right away. Aside from that, we'll hopefully hear updates on Horvat, Sutter, and others tomorrow. And we'll get together on Wednesday night after the Canucks game. So don't forget, put in the comment whether you like, for those of you who watch my daily vlogs, if you want all my shout outs and stuff at the start or at the end of videos, that helps me a lot. Thank you for being here. I know you could be watching or doing anything else. I appreciate you being here and I do not take you for granted. Thanks to all the moderators. Good job tonight. Thank you to a new member, Mira. You're awesome. Thank you to Monkey9 for sponsoring these post-game live streams. And yeah, always love engaging with you guys. I appreciate your support as always. Look at that. We're getting close to 6,200 subscribers and I might hit my member goal of 35 by the end of this month. Just need 3 more. So we'll see how that goes. In the meantime, thank you. Stay safe, stay healthy. Well, I could blab here for like 40 more seconds and we'll get to an hour. Should I do that? Can I think of something for 40 more seconds? Okay, I will, just so I can say that my stream was an hour. For tomorrow's chat with Don Taylor, for any of you who grew up watching him on Sports Page between 1985 and the year 2000, we take a walk down memory lane and we talk about some of his favorite catchphrases, his favorite cliches, his favorite sayings, and we talk about where they came from, which is pretty darn funny. So make sure you check that out. Okay, by the time I draw this out and say my last things, I think we're done. So thanks again for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. Wish me luck in my golf game tomorrow, and join me at 8:45 tomorrow morning if you want for the Don Taylor interview. God bless, and go Canucks go. Booyah!